What's up guys, it's your boy Wolfie and Maverick and welcome to our first FIFA 20 video. I believe this is going to be. Hopefully you guys are hyped for FIFA 20 as much as we are. If you are, do show your support. We're going to be throwing you guys so much FIFA content this year. We've got some really cool series ideas, some just really fun videos that we know you guys are going to love, so make sure you stick around. But yeah, the first video, as you can tell from the title of this video, is going to be the best Premier League team you can make at the start of FIFA 20. So this is before all the informs come out and all the special promo cards that FIFA like to drop. We are out on FitWiz even. So we're going to go into, what are we going to go attack, midfield, defence, or the other way around?
You've always got to save the best till last.
Alright.
So we are going to go from goalkeeper upwards. Now also, we are going to be doing some starter squads later on towards the actual release. Once we know the price of players, we're going to do cheap OP squads. So keep an eye out for those. But this is, as Wolf said, the best possible Premier League team from the start of FIFA. So we're going to go goalkeeper first.
Alright.
Now, I don't think it's going to be any surprise to people who the top goalkeepers are.
And as some of you guys may know or have seen some of the ratings, this year you could actually probably take your pick on preference, as there are two 89 rated goalkeepers in Alisson and De Gea. De Gea, as you probably have seen, has got a downgrade. I think he was 91. Did he get 90? Was he 90 then got an upgrade?
He was 90, then he got upgraded in the winter. And 89, understandable. Do you know what, as a United fan, that is an understandable downgrade. Is he still the best keeper in the world? You could argue yes. But did he have a good season last year? Absolutely not.
I think seeing as you're a Man U fan and we both don't like Liverpool, maybe we go for De Gea.
If I'm going to pick De Gea, now everyone will say that's the Man United bias. For me, De Gea always plays better in Ultimate Team. Alisson, the way he plays is a little bit at times. So just for that reason, they're both the same rated. I'm going to go De Gea. Now, if for purposes, if Alisson was 90 rated, we would be picking him just because he is that rating above.
Yeah.
I'm just going off what I've played on foot for a few years now, and I think most people that play foot will agree with that decision.
Let's go for fullbacks first.
Fullbacks
and
first.
I think for the first time in a long time, this is probably before, or the last time, maybe Ashley Cole was the most usable, left back in the Prem, or maybe Patrice Evra. But we now have an 85 rated RW Robertson.
Do you know what? He's one of the few players I saw when the ratings were released that I went, yeah, this guy's going to be phenomenal. Obviously, you can look at the big guys like the Ronaldos, the Messis in this world. Do you know how long we've waited for a left back in the Prem that you can genuinely use from the start of FIFA, that you're not just, I'll manage with him. He's actually usable. 85 pace, 80 defending, 75 physical, not so great, but hopefully the stamina's high in there. 79 dribbling, again 77 passing. He's going to be able to attack as well as defend, and pace in fullback positions I think is going to be very important this year.
Yeah, I reckon his defending's been a little bit too low in my opinion. I think maybe give him an 83 defending. But then also we've got Marcos Alonso, who's been absolutely exposed for his pace, given 66, which is mental. Maybe a little bit deserved. He's not the quickest, but I don't know, 66 is a little bit slow. And then also we've got Mendy, who is actually, he's got quadruple 77 stats on his card.
Captain Tom is going to go crazy for that one.
77 passing, 77 dribbling, 77 defending, and 77 physical. He's probably going to be the backup left back you could use over Robertson, because I'm guessing Robertson at the start of the game, probably 50k, if that.
Maybe even more. I mean, thinking back to Marcelo's in the day, he would sit around the 70 to 100k mark.
Yeah.
So maybe even Robertson will go for that, just because there's a link to a centre-back we're undoubtedly going to put in a little bit later, and you guys probably know what that is. Now, moving over to the right-back slot, we are going to have a look at some of the options that we've got here.
Ooh.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the league with the most options for right-back that I think is going to be a real coin toss-up between who you take here. There's just going to be a plethora of choices in this right-back slot. João Cancelo, Walker. Maybe not as Piliqueta for the pace, but high defending stats, so could be quite cheap. Alexander-Arnold, Pereira, you've got Bellerin and Wan-Bissaka. The options are just too many.
Yeah, there are some really crazy options. I'm liking João Cancelo, Walker. I mean, they both play for City, which is mental.
Yeah.
You got Wan-Bissaka. I feel like a lot of people are going to go for in their starter squads, and maybe. Well, I don't know, he might not be the best for the best squad, but for starter squads, definitely, he might be quite expensive just because of the hype he's got. But I feel like for this, as we're going for the best squad, we've got to go for Kyle Walker. He's got better pace.
So.
He's got better defending stats, better physical. Cancelo's got better dribbling, but when it comes to the nitty-gritty stats you need for a defender, it's defending, physical, and pace.
Yeah,
and that is what Walker beats Cancelo on.
Now, this is where centre-backs, again, a bit of preference. There's an obvious one, which everyone would pick in this situation. But then, as I said, from that point onwards, it kind of becomes preference on who we put in next. Now, Virgil van Dijk, upgraded to the 90 rated. Could he have been higher? That's the only question I ask.
I mean, he was better than Ramos, and what? Ramos is like 91 rating, I think. So I feel like, if anything, he needs to be the same level. So maybe 91, but 90 as well is very high. It's one of the highest in the Prem for a centre-back for a long time. I can't remember who the last person was for that. But yeah, Van Dijk is definitely one of the options we got to go for. The question is, who do we go for after that?
Because, I mean, you've got Laporte, who was fantastic for City. You've got Alderweireld and Vertonghen, who are ever present in the Premier League as some of the best centre-backs. And looking across the line, you've got 64, 64 and 63 pace. The only other stats you can then judge by is the defending and physical stats realistically. And in that, Laporte comes out on top.
Yeah, 88 defending is a bit mental. I was not expecting him to get that. I think, though, there might be a little hidden or dark horse for the centre-backs, which could be Davinson Sanchez. He is 74 pace, which is probably, it's quicker than all the other ones apart from Van Dijk. He's 83 defending and 81 physical, which is like very good all round.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing he's going to be a lot cheaper than Laporte and the likes of Alderweireld and Vertonghen. So for me, it's either got to be Laporte or Sanchez out of those two to go alongside with Van Dijk.
I mean, if I was building the squad and I had endless coins and had to build a Prem squad, for me, I would pick Van Dijk and I would pick Sanchez. That's just what I would pick. But what we're going to pick for the sake of this video, to stop some of you guys commenting it, hopefully, is we are going to go for Laporte. But have it noted that if we were building the squad, we probably would take Sanchez. But Van Dijk and Laporte are going to be who we go for. So obviously we've got 3 centre midfielders in the squad with 4-3-3. We can choose from any of those players there. I mean, again, if we go by the rule earlier, we have got an option of maybe 5 there. But let's talk about some of the players we would use again if we were to build this team. Now, for me, the standouts in there are the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Kante and Pogba. They're the top 3, so of course that sounds silly me saying. If you were to pick 3 out of this, which 3 would you go for?
I think, personally, I've got to go for the first 3 that are on that sheet right there. You've got De Bruyne, Kante and Pogba. I mean, you've got the defensiveness in Kante with that 87 defending. You've got the cam or the shooting, passing and dribbling for De Bruyne. And then also you've got Pogba, who's just an all-round beast. So for the 3, I think we're going to have to go for those 3. However, I think if we're going by like dark horses and building players, I think Wijnaldum is a good little all-round centre midfielder.
Ozil 84 rated.
Whew. I think it's deserved though. I think what isn't deserved is Fabinho staying on 85 rating. No, I think he should go up at least 1 or 2.
I think he's an 87. I think he's along the lines of Fernandinho in my opinion.
I agree.
I really do. This is where it starts to get fun. I'm going to start on the left wing.
Yep.
Now we've got a notable absentee, shall we call it, from this position this year, which is a little bit unfortunate.
No longer is Eden Hazard in the Prem.
No longer is he.
I'm still booing. But we do have some new upgraded players, which is really cool. We've got the likes of Sadio Mane, Leroy Sané, Felipe Anderson stays at 84. Martial's still a left wing. I thought he might get position change this year.
Yeah.
However, he hasn't. But I think this is a tough one, and I definitely think this is down to personal preference on who you pick as a left winger between Mane and Sané. It's whether you want pure pace. Actually, you know what? I think looking at the stats,
for me, it's no-brainer. For me, it's Mane all day long.
I was gonna go with the Sané is probably gonna be a bit more physical, but Mane has got 74 physical over 70. So yeah, I think for this one, it's got to be Sadio Mane. He's probably better skills, and he's probably got a better weak foot. So
I think it's Sadio Mane. I mean, Sané as well is going to be a great option. Felipe Anderson, great option. But it's the one. Without Hazard being there, it's Sadio Mane all day for me, 100%. And then moving over to the right wing slot, again, this one kind of picks itself, and I'm pretty sure I am certain who we are going to pick. There's Salah, 90 rated, obviously deserved, phenomenal season. One thing we'll touch on when we open the strikers is I've got a bone to pick with his rating, not his rating, but ratings of other people around him. The 90 I think is fair on him. 93 pace, 86 shooting, 88 dribbling,
99 hogging.
The 99 hogging. Whoops, Liverpool fans are now going to come out with their pitchforks. But the weak foot is what always lets Salah down in this game. For me personally, I think I would pick Sterling to play. If I'm going to build the team again, unlimited coins, I think I would choose to play Sterling. However, naturally, obviously, we've got Salah being 90 rated, so he is the obvious choice here. Take your pick here, because my word, that Son card at centre forward is... Oh my, that looks amazing.
Okay, for me, I feel like one thing I need to note is that I think Firmino deserves an upgrade. 86 rated, same as in FIFA 19. He won the Champions League. He was like an integral part to the Liverpool squad. And he's probably one of Liverpool's most unspoken players. He just does everything right for them. And I think he's one of the main reasons they tick so well in the attack.
For sure.
So I feel like he's been done dirty a little bit. For me, I've got to go Aubameyang. 94 pace, 85 shooting, 69 physical, which isn't great, but I feel like for this game in FIFA 20, pace is going to be one of the most important things.
For sure.
And the fact that I probably would have gone Aguero, but he's been downgraded to 80 pace, which is just obscene in my mind.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Now, I'm going to go with Aguero. I personally think he's one of the greatest strikers to play in Premier League history. He's so clinical. He's year on year. He's ever reliable. Now, my slight bone to pick was the fact that I think Aubameyang personally should be 90 or 89 rated. By the fact that him, Mane and Salah shared the golden boot, for me that makes it viable that he should be in and around the Kane and Aguero ratings. Him being less, I don't really understand. And him being much less shooting than both of them as well, I don't really understand. But, I mean, obviously, that's EA's choice. Again, I would pick Aubameyang if we were picking this on players that we would personally use, but I'm going to go for Aguero.
Yeah.
Just because he's 89 rated, so between him and Kane, it is a toss-up who you want. But that is the final Premier League, best possible Premier League squad.
So if you are, from day one, just loading FIFA points on, trying to get the best Premier League team, we suggest you go for this one and it will do damage. You got De Gea, Robertson, Van Dijk, Laporte, Walker, Pogba, Kante, De Bruyne, Mane, Salah, and then Aguero leading that attack. Honestly, that first week of Foot Champs, you are going to do well with this team, trust me. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up, be greatly appreciated. Remember, we are going to be doing starter squads when FIFA 20 drops officially and we got our hands on the game. Also look out for the likes of best Serie A, best Ligue 1, which we are very excited to show. We are going to be dropping them very soon. If you are new, do subscribe and hit that bell notification so you do not miss a video. But it's been your boy Wolfie and Maverick, and until then, we are out.